Hey there, welcome to day 2433 of What's Shipped to Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey originally as I came online from the brick and mortar and corporate world of businesses over a quarter century in corporate America, while simultaneously owning, operating, running, buying, selling, growing, divesting, different types of businesses in different industries on the side, which gave me a really unique and different perspective about both my corporate career as well as my businesses, because I had the teamwork and the training and the education and the resources that I learned about from big corporations, because I work for some of the most amazing companies in the world, as well as being able to apply the ones that made sense for the businesses that I was growing and not use the things that didn't make sense that drove me nuts about corporate America, because there's always some of those, right? Every person has both strengths and improvement areas, or things that we do really, really well, and then things that we probably shouldn't be doing at all because they're not for us. They don't feel right. We don't do a great job at them because we actually don't like doing them. Have you ever noticed that when you're doing something that you love and that you like to do or that you're passionate about, time just flies by and you get so much more done than when you're doing something that you feel like you should do or have to do or must do or ought to do? It's a lot more fun to do the things that we love and care about than it is to do the things that we feel obligated to do. And guess what? There's some of those too. Got to brush our teeth every day. We got to go to the bathroom. We got to clean up. We got to eat, etc. And maybe we don't love to do those things, but they're necessary for our survival. So today, in the Let's Grow Annual Challenge, we are going through the growing process that we came up with in January. We looked at a bunch of different frameworks and a bunch of different ways of how can we grow in the different areas and aspects of our life as individuals. And we came up with our own process that we go through at the end of each month as we're diving deeply into a specific life framework area for that month. So this month, we're working on the life framework area of contribution. How do we contribute? How do we make the world a better place? How do we show up in the world? What's our purpose? How do we help other people? How do we help? Who do we help, etc.? And we're answering all those questions this month, as well as going through the growing process now. And today is step 3 of that process, which is the O in growing, and it stands for options or organizing those options. How do we go from where we are right now to where we want to be, what our goal is? So we create a goal. We first figure out what do we want, then we figure out where are we, and then step 3, we're like, okay, what are some things that we can start doing right now to begin to go from where we are to where we want to be, from what our results are right now? Because if our results were our goal, we wouldn't have it. Well, we'd have a different goal, right? Because we're goal-seeking entities and beings, and we're always looking to grow, expand, and improve, at least in my world. So that was our topic for today. We're actually sharing Amy's story as we go through the entire growing process in guide 2 of that private Facebook group that you're welcome to join. All you have to do is answer the security questions, and then we will let you in. Otherwise, we're just trying to make sure that nobody goes in there and spams, because that is just plain annoying. Anybody else get annoyed when you accept someone's friend request and they immediately come back with an automated response that says, hey, I want to work with you. Please pay me money. No, we don't even have a relationship yet. Just met you, looked at your profile, decided you look like someone I might want to create and form a relationship with business-wise, and it doesn't mean I'm going to hit you up with some offer. I'm definitely not going to do that. Anything that feels wrong to us, we shouldn't do. If it feels sleazy or slimy or like it's a trick, tip, or way of just manipulating people, probably just say no to that, right? And find a better way. Find things that are authentic and match with and resonate with who you are and how you want to be perceived and show up in the world, right? For Supersize Your Business today, we're talking about something that I and we call in our organizations the D3 strategy. And D3 stands for data-driven decisions, because a long time ago, I learned in corporate America that a lot of times businesses do things because that's the way they've always done them, or that's the way their predecessor did it, or that's the way the owner wants it done. And that's awesome if it adds value and we can use that information. And I'm speaking specifically with respect to information that we gather, track, and pay attention to, right? But There seems to be a disconnect in many situations where we gather all kinds of data, we document it, we track it, and no one ever looks at it again, or no one ever uses it to make our customer experience better, to make our company better, more efficient, more effective, more competitive. It just collects dust in boxes nowadays on computer storage devices and never gets used for anything. Now, I am getting less and less guilty of that. I save a lot of information with respect to the content and things that I create every day, thinking I'm going to do something with it someday. And I probably will. When I'm a little bit older, I'm getting pretty old, but as I get a little bit older, there's going to be a day where I don't want to show up every day on camera. I don't want to actually physically have to get up early in the morning, fix my hair. And yes, I did fix my hair like this today. It's on purpose. And show up on video, or my vision will get to the point where I can't put on any makeup. It's like, you know, my eyes up here, my mouth's over here. That's not going to work. So I'm collecting that information, links and things to do something with it, to add value someday. But I know my intent and purpose of doing the things that I do. And I'm very intentional about all of that nowadays, because I didn't love the days when we just collected information for information's sake and never used it in a way that helped make our organization or our departments or divisions or whatever happens to be your role in the organization any better, right? Some things we have to collect. I talked about this in Supersize Your Business, for compliance and for regulatory reasons. And those we got to do. You got to pay your taxes. You've got to meet your regulatory requirements depending on what industry you're in. But a lot of the stuff we track and collect really doesn't mean anything, either to our function or to the business as a whole. And I'm not saying you go raise a lot of ruckus and push back on that in your business. Well, you do if it's your business. You get to decide what you're going to do and what you're going to collect or not collect, and what you're going to look at and make decisions on or not. But if you're working for someone else, you might not have that ability. But you can always propose improvements. And you can always propose that y'all start using that information to make decisions. All right, on a rant. So that's all I've got today. My mom's going back to Texas tomorrow, so I plan on spending as much of today with her as I possibly can. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow, probably ranting about something else. Have a great day. Bye.